December 15th, 2020. It's Tuesday, boys. That's right. It's our first glance, our first look, our Draftkings edition. UFC Vegas 17. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson versus Geoff Neal. That's right, boys. We don't only got a card, we got the longest card in history, boys. So sit back, get your popcorn, get your pad and paper, get some notes. The brain's about to drop you some knowledge before we dig into the card, and we're going to dig into it. Let me kick it over to the big brain himself, Mr. Brady. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right, just really exhausted. Like, hopefully they never do this again. 15 fights, I think. So I think it was supposed to be 16, but Muhammad's off the card now. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, looking to bounce back from the crazy week last week. And, yeah, we have a lot to talk about today, so let's get into it.
That's right, man. Hey, short and brief because we got a heck of a card. And, dang, I didn't know that Belal is off. He was definitely one of the locks for me on the card. So that's disappointing. Now, I'm glad you didn't tell me that off air so they got to see my disappointment in my soul as we are live. Before we dig into it, all this is powered by Pub Sports Radio, PSR. That's right. Shout out to Jeff Slaughterhouse. You can find him Slaughterhouse1, Haus1 on Twitter. So go over there. He drops his bets. Go support him. Then we got the vice president of the group, VPP, Vice President Preston Ekdahl. Find him on Twitter. He is one heck of a guy right there. That's that VPP. So shout out to them boys. Shout out to every single person that rocks with PSR. Let's dig into this. Before we dig into it, guys, in the chat, make sure you're hitting that like button, hit that bell notification, and if you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We just hit that over 3K mark. We're going to keep it rolling. I'm going to show the chat some love in a minute. Let's let it build. Hit that share link. Share it to your social medias, to your Facebooks, your Twitters, or heck, copy it. Take it to your text messages. Send it to your best friend. Let them know where you're getting your knowledge. First fight on this long card. We got hey, so you're going to have to tell me if I don't know what order you got there, Brady. So you're just going to have – do you have the Carl Robertson first?
No. I went off Tapology.
Okay. All right. Let's see. We'll go off mybookie.ag as of right now. They are one of the sponsors here. I'll pull Tapology up so we're on the same link. But the first fight, we'll go ahead and break this Carl Robertson fight down. Carl Robertson versus Dalcha Lung Umbula. Hey, you have to take it a couple syllables at a time, boys. When you're from the South, you got to take it a couple syllables at a time. So Dalcha Lung Iambula. Boom. Nailed it. So we got Dalcha coming in. The comeback is plus 195. Robertson, the favorite, minus 250. The over-under is set at 1.5. The over is minus 135. The under is plus 105. What you think about it, Brady?
Yeah, so definitely need to look into this one a little bit more. At first, I was kind of leaning Dalcha, but going back and like looking at the competition of Carl Robertson and seeing that he has been submitted in all three of his losses, but by guys like Marvin Vettori, guys like Glover Teixeira, guys like that. So you can't look at it in too much. And the thing I don't like about Dalcha is he's so low volume, lands about a strike and a half per minute. Robertson's going to be throwing more volume. The only thing I'm worried about from the Robertson side is that takedown defense at 50%. Dalcha's has a pretty good takedown game, and Dalcha's like really built, and he's been fighting at 205 heavyweight for all of his life, and he's going to be cutting down to 185. So I think weigh-ins are going to be extremely important because I have no idea how this guy is going to make 185. So I'm going to slightly pick Robertson and get it done. I think the 9,300 on DraftKings is a little bit crazy, but Dalcha has been finished in both of his losses. So I think if anything, like Dalcha on DraftKings at 6,900 is interesting, because the dude's pretty powerful. I'm guessing his power is going to definitely translate down to 185 there. And if he can take Robertson down, stay out of trouble on the mat, land some ground and pound, I think he can get it done. So the picks Robertson on DraftKings is probably that 6,900 on Dalcha.
Very nice breakdown, sir. To me, early leans. Every single pick I say tonight is an early lean because your boy hasn't taken one glance at the card. Early lean going for me, Mr. Carl, Mr. What's his nickname? Baby K. Baby K himself. I think his striking is going to be better. I think he's more technical, more controlled. Dalcha seems wild, seems super strong, good judo hips. Worried about the gas tank a little bit. So the pick right now is Baby K. So Let me slide up here on the chat real quick. Let me thank each and every one of y'all right now. We got big Kevin Wallace in the building. Danny Lopez out here in these streets. UFC betting experience. What's up, brother? Books and booze, book reviews. Let's go, brother. Hey, you look new to the channel. Appreciate the support, bro. We got Big Marlon. We got Schmurda in the building. Jack Attack. What's up, boys? Check out Jack Attack MMA on YouTube. He put that as picks. We got Big Vic Garza in the building. Trent, what's up? LeBlanc. We got Schmurda in these streets. Spencer Skaggs out here. Billy Brisbane. What up, Billy Briz? We got GTM in the building. What's up, GTM? Appreciate the support, brother. We got the man, the myth, the legend, VPP, Vice President Preston Ekdahl in the building. What's up, P? We got Coos Bay Chris. Mo, you legit. Thanks for your work. I appreciate that, Coos. We got Coos in the building. Appreciate that, brother. Neil the security out here. We got Bennett out here. You try to trick me with the spelling, but I'm still smart. I know that's supposed to mean Bennett. Let's go. Bill Withers. So we got a nice crew tonight, boys. So you can catch me and Brady here every single Tuesday around this time, breaking down the current UFC card. Brady, maybe with no UFC, if there's Bellator, you think we're going to need to break down some Bellator?
If you want, I mean, probably nothing to do. So yeah, sure.
I mean, what are we going to be doing, guy?
Exactly.
So right there, if there's a Bellator with a 3 weeks absence of UFC, you can catch me and Brady breaking down the Bellator card for you here on Tuesday as well. So make sure you're locked and loaded. Hit that like button if you could. Let's get to fight number dos. Next up on the fight card, we got Jimmy Flick coming in facing Cody Durden. Jimmy Flick coming in the minus 150 favorite. Cody Durden, the comeback on him is plus 120. The over-under is set at 1.5. It's juiced to the over at minus 125. The comeback, it's right there, minus 105. So what you think about this one, Brady?
Yeah, so we were supposed to see this fight like 2 weeks ago, and then I guess Durden got pink eye, so they moved it to this card here. And I was picking Flick back then, and I'm even more confident a little bit now because Durden has to cut weight again to 125, which I want to see him on the scales. I think it's going to be very important to see those weigh-ins, but I'm leaning Flick here. I've seen multiple times where Durden has been taken down. I saw him get taken down like 4 or 5 times in one fight before. Chris Gutierrez took him down as well. And if Flick gets him down in any type of way, the fight's going to be over. I mean, Flick is an absolute wizard on the mat. And what I noticed about a lot of Durden's fights is he's going for takedowns. And pretty much every single one I saw, you cannot go for takedowns here against Flick. I mean, you can, but you're just playing with fire. The only thing I'll say for Flick, and this is why I'm definitely not betting him, is the dude's like striking defense and his chin and his striking in general just really suspect. He's been knocked out 4 times. And Durden could potentially knock him out here. I'll say this is going to be one of the highest owned fights for me personally on DraftKings. I think if Flick is able to get this to the mat, or if this fight hits the mat in general, he's going to find a sub. I think if Durden keeps us on the feet, he can find a knockout here. So I can see one of those scenarios happening. I'm going to lean with Flick getting the sub, and for that reason, I'll have more Flick on DraftKings. But Durden at 7,500, that's a pretty good price there. And you'll notice with a lot of these fights, like these prices are messed up this week. Like we don't have a lot of big favorites, and we have like 15 fights, so the prices are all weird. So I think you can make pretty much any line if you want this week. So the pick is Jimmy Flick by submission.
Very nice. You said it all. You want to catch my analysis full breakdown, make sure you're rocking with us on Talking Hands. That is Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. The early lean for me is Jimmy Flick. Shout out to Big Show Picks. I see BSP in the picks, or in the chat. You can catch him on Twitch. Actually, he's going to go live, I believe, in 15 minutes on Twitch, doing some UFC simulation PSR edition. So if you can make sure, he's 1 away from 50 follows. So make sure you're going over there. He's under Pub Sports Radio on Twitch. We're trying to take over all avenues. So shout out to you, BSP. I will screen share when you go live in a little bit. Show some people what you got going on. We got Clint in the chat. Shout out to you, Clintus Maximus, the man. Oshimata out here in these streets. Aldo Estrada saying Bellator is easier to bet on. Pat Timber out here. Hey, Pat Timber MMA. You can check him out on YouTube and stuff as well. So shout out to you, Pat. Next up on the fight card, we got Tafon. Hey, Brady, break that one down, brother.
Nchukwu.
Nchukwu. It's all about syllables, boys. All about syllables. Say it one more time, Brady.
Nchukwu.
Nchukwu. Nchukwu. Nchukwu. Nchukwu. There's your lesson for the day, boys. Versus Jamie Pickett. Let's check these odds on here on mybookie.ag. We got Tafon coming in, the heavy favorite, minus 305 versus Jamie Pickett. The comeback on Jamie Pickett is plus 245. The over-under set at 1.5. And it is even money, both sides. What you think about it, Brady?
Yeah, so Nchukwu is an absolute beast. I mean, if you think that Dolch is built, like this dude is absolutely built. And I'm really looking forward to seeing he's 4-0 in MMA, but he does have some prior experience to that. And just watching tape on him, what I was looking for was how good is this guy's takedown defense. And every single fight I watched, I mean, his takedown defense looks really good. He looks really strong. And Pickett, he's going to want to get this to the mat. And I don't know if he's going to be able to. He was able to stuff takedowns from William Knight, somebody that's in the UFC. He's able to stuff a couple of those and knock out William Knight. And I think this dude is probably the real deal here. Can't talk. But yeah, I like Nchukwu at 9,400. He is going to be the most expensive, but I do think there's knockout upside. He's obviously finished all of his 4 wins. And Pickett, the thing about him is he's never been knocked out, but if Nchukwu hits him, I mean, Nchukwu hits like an absolute truck. So I'm going to take Nchukwu by knockout. Let's see here. And Pickett at 6,800. I'm not really interested in that. Maybe he can last a little bit. The only thing I'm concerned about is Nchukwu's like really low volume, but when he lands, like I said, he lands hard. I think he's going to knock him out here. I think he's a fine parlay piece. I don't have him parlayed personally, but I might be something to look at later in the week. So give me Nchukwu by KO.
Early lean. Nchukwu. I'll get it before Friday, boys. Nchukwu. This is what I got to do when I'm not on camera, and I'm like, all right, you dumb motherfucker. You got his name is right. Nchukwu. So early lean Nchukwu. Next up on the fight card, we got Draco Rodriguez versus Ayman Zahabi. Let's see. Rodriguez coming in the favorite, minus 200. The comeback on Zahabi, plus 160. The over-under is set at 2.5. The over is set at minus 225. The under is plus 185. What you think about it, Brady?
Yes, this is one I definitely need to look more into, but I think I'm going to be interested in this one from a DraftKings standpoint because just of how many finishes are on these guys' record, whether they're getting finished themselves or getting the finish. So Zahabi has an 86% finish rate, and Rodriguez has a 73% finish rate. Rodriguez has been knocked out once, and Zahabi has been knocked out once as well, lost by decision as well. So, like I said, I got to look into it a little bit more. I'm going to slightly lean Rodriguez, 24 years old, going to be the younger fighter here, going to have about 1.5 inch reach advantage, 1 inch in height. And, I mean, Zahabi losing to Vince Morales right there, that's just a red flag for me. But like I said, I got to dig into more of the tape throughout the week. Gonna slightly lean Rodriguez, watching tape on Zahabi. The tape I did watch, I watched his last 2 fights against Ramos. He got knocked out with like a spinning back elbow. And then the fight with Morales, he just looked really bad, did not throw much and didn't really go for takedowns and stuff. So I'm going to take Rodriguez, but I really got to look more into it.
Very nice. And I have no lean on this one. So we got Big Brandon coming in with a nice dono, coming in with a double jab it up, double up the one, come down the pipe, get your head off the center line, and throw it right down the middle. Make sure your outside foot, you got that position. And nice job, Brandon, coming in with a $5 dono. Keep it rocking, boys. Appreciate the support. If you want to be like Brandon and give a little something back to the channel, you can do that through Super Chat. You can do it 2 different ways. One, through Super Chat down there where you type in, there's a $sign to the left, right, $1 to whatever. All goes back to PSR. Or if you want to get real spicy, you can go to pubsportsradio.com, go to the merch section. We got our own merch. You'll probably have some shirt with big brain here soon, with some shirt with the big old brain on it or something like that. But right now, you catch that We Be Pubbin' shirt with me and Nikki on it. You can catch that Blue Bomber hitter, that Fight Island. We got the Jerry West. We got the logo. We got all kinds of merch. We got the Die Hard MMA podcast, all that merch. We got all kinds of stuff. So slide over there if you could, and it will be much appreciated. Next up on the fight card. Oh, no, before we do that, I think we got old Porridge boy here making fun of my pronunciation of Zahabi. What do you think, Brady?
I think Zahabi sounds about right to me.
Yeah, I think Zahabi is exactly how you say it. So I don't think I like some guy eating porridge and being for breakfast telling me how to say it. I'm playing, Jack. I love you, brother. Appreciate the support, bro. Next up on the fight card, we got we got a banger, boys. We got possibly Brady's favorite fighter, Winn, coming in, facing Antonio Arroyo. Let's check these odds. We got let me find it. We got Winn coming in. The comeback on Winn is plus 125. Arroyo coming in the favorite, minus 155. The over-under set at 2.5. The over is minus 125. The under is minus 105. What you think about it, Brady?
I mean, I'm not a big fan of Winn whatsoever, and I really wanted to dig into this fight a lot because I did want to place a bet on Arroyo. And yeah, watching tape on Arroyo, the dude looks pretty legit. In his fight against Andre Muniz was able to get him down, but he was able to stay out of trouble with Muniz, was able to not get submitted, which I think is actually really impressive because Muniz is an absolute wizard on the mat. And it's crazy with Winn because in his UFC debut, he went against Eric Spicely. I was expecting him to go in there and get takedowns. I mean, the dude's a wrestler. He stood and banged with Spicely for 15 minutes. He looked good, but man, that's Eric Spicely. The next fight against Darren Stewart, he went out there and had a wrestling heavy game plan, kind of slowed down a lot in that fight as well, edged out a close decision. And then against Gerald Mearshart, his last fight after that, he went out there and did not take down Gerald Mearshart, which was weird to me because Mearshart has like a 10% takedown defense. And then Mearshart was actually piecing him up on the feet and then hurt him really bad and submitted him. So going back prior to the UFC for Winn, it's just in some fights, he just does not go to the ground with some of these guys on the mat. And I'm curious to why. I think it's because maybe he doesn't have faith in his submission defense. And if you take down Arroyo, Arroyo has like a pretty solid ground game, has a lot of submissions on his record. I feel like if Winn takes down Arroyo, he could be playing with fire. And on the feet, he's definitely playing with fire. So Arroyo has about a 9-inch height advantage, a 3.5-inch reach advantage. And this fight's going to be at 195. And I feel like that's really important because Winn's someone that should be fighting at 3 weight classes lower. And Arroyo is huge. So I do feel like the catch weight here does favor Arroyo. And yeah, I like Arroyo probably to get some type of finish. The only concern for me with Arroyo is going to be the gas tank of his, but saying the same thing, Winn has a questionable gas tank as well. But I think that Arroyo has, multiple paths to victory, whether it is a submission. If Winn does want to take down Arroyo, I've seen Winn put in some bad spots. We've seen him submitted by Mearshart. On the regional scene, I saw him get put into a really deep guillotine that Arroyo would definitely finish here. Or on the feet, I feel like Arroyo can knock him out. Arroyo has really good leg kicks, body kicks, head kicks. I saw Winn kicked in the leg on the regional scene. He did not like it. The dude almost fell from that. So I'm going to take Arroyo here inside the distance at 8,900. It seems like a little steep, but like I mentioned earlier, you can play any lineup you want. As for Winn at 7,300, if he can implement that wrestling game, maybe he can rack up some takedowns. But yeah, I'm really high on Arroyo here.
So this is catch weight?
Yep, catch weight at 195.
195. Yeah, no, I'm on Antonio as well. Early lean. Shit, I mean, you can go ahead and lock that one in for me. Ain't no way I'm picking fucking Winn. I don't have to do no tape study for him.
Exactly.
It is an instant fade for your boy. So yeah, we got 50-something people in here. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us on this Tuesday night. Me and Brady are here every single Tuesday night, but you can also catch the Pub Crew Monday Night Football. Then me and Brady right here. Wednesdays, we got Millie Mills with Seconds Out. Thursdays, we got Bellator, if we got Bellator, or Thursday Night Football. That's right. Friday, we're talking hands. That's right. Me, Brady, Preston, and Jeff Slaughterhouse. We go live Fridays. This week, though, the man right here is getting wild, boys. He's probably going to have a couple-day hangover. Have you seen the movie Hangover? Because that's what we're about to experience, and they're going to get it on videotape. Brady, just know when you pass out on the beach, Nick and Mr. Danny they're supposed to take video of you. So
I think Nick's going to be the one passed out on the beach.
And you're supposed to take video of him.
I got you. All
right, there you go. So shout out to the boys. They will be going to Titan FC this week to enjoy the event, to cover some backstage stuff, hopefully mix and mingle with the right people. So shout out to the boys. We're doing big things. Shout out to you, Skywalker DFS. I see you down there. Nikki, I think he's on the horse racing stream right now, or he is kicking it with the fam or something. We got GTM coming in. Got to support. And Nikki hates me right now. Had him do another shoey on stream. Oh, no. I would say, Brady, you got the beer bong ready. You know what I mean? But I don't know about a Tuesday night for Brady. Yeah, we're getting a little crazy. About that. Shout out to you, GTM. Appreciate the support, brother. So, next up on the fight card. Oh, hey, and also, guys, if you're sitting over there and you're like, man, I wish I had a book to bet on. Like, how do I get in this betting game? This is what you do, guys. You use promo code PUBSports on mybookie.ag for a 50% bonus on your cash deposit. It must be $100 minimum to use it. Maximum $1,000. But let's say you use Bitcoin. You use that code, boom, you get 100% match bonus. So you get whatever you put in. Minimum $100, maximum $1,000. So if you need a book, that's mybookie.ag. Use code PUBSports. Next up on the fight called, we got Kianzad versus Sijara Eubanks. Let's see, on mybookie.ag, we got Sijara coming in, the -165 favorite. Penny coming in, the comeback, +135. The over-under set at 2.5. Over 2.5 is -400. Juice to the gills. Under is +300. What you think about it, Brady?
Yep, on a 15 fight slate, I really see no reason for playing either of these fighters. Eubanks at 8,800. It's really hard to see her paying off that price tag, and Kianzad at 7,400. I think she could pay it off. I don't see really like smashing value. Kianzad only has like a 20% finish rate. Eubanks has never been finished. Very tough. And I don't know. I'm leaning kind of on the Kianzad side. But just going back and watching tape, like her takedown defense looks so good. It's just the level of competition that she's going against. If Eubanks is able to get Kianzad down, she's going to be in big trouble. I think Pereira was able to get her down once, and then Pereira, for some reason, just stood up and didn't continue to be on top there. If Eubanks gets on top, it's probably going to be for the rest of the round. I don't know. Right as of now, I'm going to be leaning Kianzad. I need to dig in a little bit more. I guess what I don't like is Kianzad has been submitted twice. She's been knocked out once. And Eubanks is pretty solid on the ground. But like I said, Kianzad is really improving. Her takedown defense looks solid. Her takedown defense is like at 92%. If she's able to stuff the takedowns, I think she'll have an advantage here. But overall, this fight's like so close. It should be a pick 'em. So I think there's value on Kianzad, but I'm going to slightly pick her. But like I said, I need to get into it a little bit more. But on DraftKings, I'm not touching this one.
Woo! Me and you on the same wavelength. And a lot of time when we're on the same wavelength, good shit happens, son. I'm kind of leaning Penny right now too. Not a whole bunch of dogs that I'm just dying to jump on right here. A lot of real close lines, a lot of fights that should be pick'ems. So it's just kind of like, what Sarge are we going to get? Are we going to get the Sarge that we've been getting? Are we going to get the Sarge that doesn't really want to make weight? What are we going to get here? Right now, early lean for me is Penny. We'll see how the weigh-ins look, all that stuff right now. Don't go out and smash it as far as me. If you have a strong feel on it, Brady, how do you think that line? Do you think that the line movement throughout the week is going to lean more towards Sarge or go more towards Penny? Should people run to the betting window now and bet Penny, or do you think it'll get better throughout the week?
No, it's definitely going to close up. It's already been closing up a little bit. I was like +145 last night, and then it's like +135 tonight. So I do think it'll get closer to a pick'em towards fight week or fight day, and that's probably where it should be as well.
Nice. Bill wants to know, question on my bookie, if you bet that fighter straight and he gets a draw, is it a push or a loss? It is a push, brother. It will be a push. You will get your money back. Now, if you bet like inside the distance, like let's say you bet, like if you bet Figueredo inside the distance like your boy did, you still get hammered. All right. So but if you just bet the money line, then you push. Shout out to Mr. Cardone right there. Cardone in the chat. You can find him on Higgins Podcast. That's HIGGNZ. That's right. They go over a lot of plethora of stuff. So they are good watch. A lot of people are watching them now from Pub. We all think it's good content. So shout out to you. Also, he is the one that created the Talking Hand song. That's right. So him and Higgins came up with that creation. Whenever me and Brady go off, we will go off the screen. But I'm thinking I'm going to find out a way to try to close it out with the song. So shout out to you, Cardone. No problem, Bill. We got Alex Ramirez in the chat. Shout out to you. GTM likes Penny right here, or just fight goes to decision. I think I like that. I think just fight goes to decision. Wham, bam, boom. And exactly, Pat Timber, which Sarge will show up. Next up on the fight card, right here, boys, we got Showtime himself, Anthony Showtime Pettis versus Alex Morono. I don't know about y'all, but I follow Showtime on IG, and my man is looking chiseled, ripped, in shape, ready to go. Does that mean anything? I don't know, but what it means is he's not chubby Showtime. You know what I'm saying? We got Showtime Pettis coming in, the minus 225 favorite on mybookie.ag. Alex Morono, the comeback on Morono is plus 185. The over-under set at 2.5. Over is minus 200. Under 2.5 is plus 160. What you think about it, Brain?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks that you said that because I'm on Moreno here, and I don't want motivated Pettis to show up. I want chubby Pettis to show up here. But if like you said, he's looking good, that kind of makes me nervous because I'm on Moreno. I think he's going to be coming in this fight, throwing more volume. Pettis at 170, he just looks so bad. I mean, he's really slow. I thought he lost his last fight to Donald Cerrone. I thought that Cerrone won rounds 1 and rounds 2. And the thing with Morono, I think he can have a huge advantage here if he goes to the takedowns. And we've said it last time against Reese McKee that he had not gone for any takedowns prior to that. He went out there against McKee, took him down like 3 or 4 times, something like that. If he can come out here like take Pettis down like once or twice to like steal a round, I think that would be very, very smart there. And I'm going to slightly lean Moreno. I think this line's a little crazy and a little bit disrespectful. Pettis has just been not looking good at 170. I think Pettis is definitely towards his way out. But like you said, if he is looking ripped and stuff, yeah, he's looking pretty good. I mean, that kind of worries me a little bit. But man, I'm going to take Morono here, the younger fighter, 30 years old, right in his prime. And just to edge it out in a close decision, I think he's going to win based off volume alone. And if he does go out there and get takedowns, I think that's going to be the icing on the cake. So give me Alex Moreno by a close decision. As for DraftKings, 9,200 for Pettis is insane. The dude has 1 knockout in the last 6 years. He has 2 knockouts in like the last 7 years. And one of those knockouts was a fluke against Wonderboy Thompson there. And Morono at 7,000. I mean, we just saw him score like a huge score on DraftKings last time. If Morono can get takedowns, land a ton of volume at 7,000, I mean, that's pretty good there. So definitely dog or pass from the betting window for me, and dog or pass on DraftKings for me as well.
Damn it, Brady. I go ahead and say we're on the same damn page, and then you come out and you blow that in my face. I sit here and I just show you chiseled Showtime. I show you prime meat, prime beefcake Showtime right here. And then you still just go with this waterhead ass Moreno? Huh?
Yeah, man. I wish chiseled Pettis was not coming in here, but it is what it is.
Man, I'm going to have to go no, I'm not going Morono. I'm going Pettis, son. We're going Pettis, son. I don't know if he's going to finish Morono, but just how Morono fights, he gets into brawls. He comes in. He has good jiu-jitsu. He did come out. He used some wrestling last time, but he comes in and he throws hooks. You know what I'm saying? He comes in and throws looping stuff to where I just think Pettis is going to be on the balls of his feet and sniping them. And I think we're going to see, not prime Pettis, but a good-looking Pettis here. So my pick's going to be Pettis. I shut you that prime Pettis, and you still go Morono. But you made me eat my words before, Brain. You made me eat my words before.
Yeah, man. We'll definitely see. It's going to be a good fight.
Very, very true. Very true. Next up on the fight card, I'm torn on this one, boys. I'm torn because this is my sweet, sweet baby, and I will fight Clint for her. We got Gillian Robertson coming in versus Taila Santos. Let's check these odds. What are we looking at here on these odds? We got Gillian Robertson coming in. Oh, it's even money, boys. Just straight across the board. Even money. The over-under set is set at 2.5. The over is minus 180. The under is plus 150. What you think about it, Brain?
I don't know. You're right. This is a close one, and it's picking for a reason. The reason I'm going to be taking the Robertson side is because she's very, very dangerous. And what I noticed in a lot of her fights is she's either getting the finish or getting finished herself. In the last 10 fights, she's either got a finish or gotten finished. So 90% of the time, she's either she's ending inside the distance here. That's what I really want to target on DraftKings, especially at the 8,200 price for Santos and Robertson. And what's interesting is Robertson's going to be at that 8,000, so the underdog on DraftKings. And I don't know. She has really good wrestling. Her striking is not all there. It's going to come down to one or two things. If Robertson's able to get the takedown, she can have a lot of success here. If she's not able to get the takedowns, she's probably going to get knocked out. So I want both sides of this fight. I'm leaning Robertson because I cannot get the Mara Barella fight out of my head where Santos went in there. Her striking did not look good. She got outstruck by Barella. She got taken down twice by Barella. I just can't get that out of my head. I mean, it happened just 2 fights ago, but she came into that Molly McCann fight. She looked like a completely different fighter. She was stuffing takedowns. Her striking looked phenomenal. But I do think Robertson has, the much better wrestling than Molly McCann, much better wrestling than Barella. And I do think if she gets it down, she's going to have a lot of success, probably find a submission or get a TKO victory. But I would not be shocked at all if Santos stuffs the first couple takedowns and Robertson kind of quits and gets knocked out. So I'm going to have a lot of this fight. I know it's women's MMA, but I do feel like it finishes.
Nice. Yeah, I'm torn on this one. I'm a Gillian Robertson fan. I like how she fights, and I love how she looks. But this one right here, I think Santos has got them hips. I think that her first fight, she came out, she had them jitters, and she looked rough. But the last time out, she made me eat my words. It was meatball, right?
Yep.
Yeah, she meatball up, bro. Like she doesn't hit like a man as far as her power when she hits, but her movements. I mean, I think she's good. And unfortunately, my early lean is Santos. I just don't know if Robertson can get her to the ground. I think if she can get her to the ground, then, she could sub her. But I'm just, Santos, she looked like she had good cardio that last time out. She looked like she had pretty good hips. Meatball is known to head throw some people, head and arm throw some people, some judo throws, and it just didn't happen. So that's kind of what I'm banking on here. I gotta go with my brain like you do, and not with my heart. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go with my big head, not you know what I'm saying? So even though I love me some Gillian Robertson, right now early lean is Santos. Shout out to the chat, too. We got 64 people in here. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us on this Tuesday night. If you could, hit that like button. Hit that thumbs up. It takes a half a second, and it shows YouTube that you enjoy what we got going here. Also, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Shout out to Phoenix in the chat. Phoenix going hard for PSR. So saying just some nice things. So shout out to you, Phoenix. Shout out to Pat Timber. Shout out to Brandon N. Shout out to all the people. We got Danny Sejo in the building. Shout out Danny Sejo. Oh, hey, what? I say something. I say Phoenix is saying something nice, and then they're bashing Nick. So Phoenix, be nice. Be nice, Phoenix. Jesus. I was just giving you a compliment. That one threw me off. I didn't expect to look up to see that. Jesus, that one kind of threw me off. But yeah, no, shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate you for rocking with us. Hit that share link. So next up on the fight card, that one got me. We got Marcin Tybura coming in, facing Greg Hardy. Let's check them lines on mybookie.ag. We have Greg Hardy coming in, the slight favorite, minus 125. Tybura coming in, minus 105. The over-under set at 2.5. Almost even money. The over 2.5 is minus 110. The under 2.5 is minus 120. What you think about it, Brain?
I'm really looking forward to this fight, and I'm going an unpopular pick here. I'm going to go with Marcin Tybura to get it done. And I don't know what it is. Like, everybody hated Greg Hardy's guts, like, coming into the UFC, his first couple fights. Everybody hated the guy. Now, all of a sudden, like, it seems like everybody loves Greg Hardy. I don't know what it is, but I've predicted every single one of Greg Hardy's fights correct, besides the no contest. But just going back and watching tape on Hardy, I tried to see, like, has there been anybody that ever tried to take him down? And not really. Only person that did was Alan Crowder. Took him down once or twice. He got on top and put Hardy in some really bad positions. I think he got into mount as well. And if Tybura gets you down, like, it's going to be a rough night for Hardy. And that's kind of why I'm leaning towards the Tybura side. I think that if it stays standing, Hardy could probably knock him out. Tybura's been knocked out like 4 times, but if Tybura is able to push Hardy up against the cage, grind him out, take him down, and Tybura has actually some pretty solid wrestling, averages about a takedown and a half per 15 minutes with like a 46% accuracy. So just take Hardy down. Hardy is a fish out of water on the mat. He did not know what to do when Alan Crowder took him down. So he's definitely not going to know what to do when a experienced black belt in Tybura, somebody that has 26 fights, takes you down. So I think Tybura is going to take him out. I think he's either going to get a TKO or sub him here. And a unpopular take for this one, but I think Tybura is going to finish Greg Hardy.
Ooh. Well, it might be unpopular to some people, Brain. Not your boy, though. Not your boy. We're on the same page on this. I just think Tybura, is a more complete fighter. You know what I'm saying? I think we're going to see the wrestling. I think we're going to see more of the grappling. I think we're probably going to see him choke out sub Greg Hardy. I just think if Greg Hardy fought like kind of how people expect him to come clash in, throwing big bombs, then I might be more tend to lean towards Greg Hardy. But how Greg Hardy's been fighting is he stays at range. He kind of tries to pump his jab out. He's not fighting just with viciousness. He's trying to fight smarter, and with fighting smarter, he's going to get in a technical battle with somebody that's a little bit more technical. So therefore, wham, boom, bam, I'm going Marcin Tybura as well. So good to know we're on the same page on that one.
Yes.
Because I'm just saying, if you're suffering from stress, anxiety, or joint pain, you need to visit Natural Heights at 1880 Nacogdoches Road in San Antonio, or call them at 210-592-1060. That's 210-592-1060. Brain, y'all might be needing some of that here Friday morning when y'all wake up. You know what I'm saying?
Might be right, man.
Because your head might be throbbing. So next up on the fight card, we're rolling right through this. We got 4 fights left. We got Marlon Moraes coming in, facing Rob Font. Let's see here. We got Moraes coming in, the favorite, minus 150 on mybookie.ag. He's coming in. Rob Font. The comeback is plus 120. The over-under set, 2.5. Over 2.5, minus 135. The under 2.5 is plus 105. What you think about it, Brain?
From a DraftKings perspective, Rob Font is 7,200 on DraftKings and Marlon Moraes is 9,000. I think that's, absolutely crazy. I think there's so much value on DraftKings, especially on Rob Font, even on the betting line a little bit. What I like about Rob Font, he's going to have like a 4.5 or a 5.5 reach advantage here. He's going to be throwing the more output. Watching tape on him, his boxing is very good, very sharp. The only thing I'm worried about from the Moraes side is going to be those really hard leg kicks. And other than that, I don't know. I'm kind of leaning Rob Font. I definitely got to get into tape a little bit more. I think this is going to primarily play out on the feet. I don't see either guy taking either guy down. And I'm just going to pick Rob Font to edge it out. I'm going to say by decision. Another thing I like is Rob Font's never been knocked out. I think that's big here. I just think he's going to use more output, use his boxing to get on the inside of Moraes. And I don't want to say he's going to knock him out or anything, but Moraes has been knocked out like his last 2 fights, I think so, or 1 fight ago and then like 2 fights ago against what's his face, Henry Cejudo. So yeah, I'm going to take Rob Font to get it done. And at 7,200, that's just insane to me.
Very nice, very nice. So before I give my lean, right here, what you see is the Twitch channel, Pub Sports Radio. We got Big Show right now live. He's listening to us in the background as he's fishing, boys. He's out on the lake. He got his tackle and his bobbers out there. He's got his worms, his Catawba worms. That's right. I know my worms. Don't judge me. He's using Catawba worms on that lake. If I know that cove right there, Catawba worms are going to get him a nice big old bluemouth bass. I don't even know if that's real because I don't fish, but Big Show does, and he is over there holding it down. If you want to keep the conversation going after me and Brady are done, you can slide over there on Twitch. That's Pub Sports Radio on Twitch. You go over there, keep it going. I'm going to jump in the chat over there afterwards, shoot the breeze with him for a little bit. So if you could hit that follow button over there, he was 1 away from 50, so we're trying to move that up. Wanted to show Big Show pick some love, so shout out to you, Show. To me, right here, this fight, early lean is going to be Moraes. I think that this is going to be a close fight. Maybe this might be potential fight of the night. I think both these guys are going to bring it. Rob Font, he has good volume, good straight punches, good technical boxer. I just think Marlon Moraes has a couple more tools in his box. He's going to bring out those leg kicks. He has nice round kicks to the body, real dangerous left high kick, snaps it up there real fast. I think some people are kind of maybe sleeping on Marlon a little bit right here. Has the line moved any since it originally came out, or has it been Marlon's been around minus 150?
I think it's been like around that the whole week. I don't really see much movement.
Okay, yeah. So right now my early lean is Marlon, but like I said, I will be doing more tape study during the week. I'm going to go see how Font looked in his last fight, compare it to Marlon, do some stuff like that. So maybe in the future, if we get a Patreon account, something like that with Pub Sports Radio, I might, watch tape live. That might be one of the things or whatever. And that is a whole different stream right there. But there's a little art in doing it, boys. So if you don't do your tape study, definitely get your tape study in, especially if you are better. You want to know what you're betting on. So we give you the leans and the looks, but you also want to be responsible for what you put your money on. So, but early lean for me is Marlon Moraes, but I think it's going to be a banger. This one right here has the potential to be a banger too, but it also has potential to be a stink fest. It also has potential, who knows, with these two unpredictable ass fighters. We got Michel Pereira coming in facing Khaos. That's right, Khaos Williams. Basically coming in an even fight. Khaos Williams coming in -110 right now on mybookie.ag. Pereira coming in -120. The over-under set at 1.5. The over 1.5 is -120. The under 1.5 is -110. What you think about it, Brain?
I'm gonna have a ton of this fight on DraftKings. I think someone's probably going to get finished here. And Khaos Williams, he's never been knocked down, and I don't know. This guy has been screwing me the past couple of fights. He went in there against Morono as a big underdog, knocked him out in 20 seconds. Went in there against Alisson, and I had a bet on Alisson. He went out there and knocked him out in a minute. And I don't know. I keep sleeping on this guy. Maybe it's time to stop sleeping on him, because watching tape prior to the UFC, I did not like what I saw. He was leaving a ton of openings. He was very, very hittable. And I don't know, the dude's he's insane. He has so much power. The look he gave before the Alisson fight, like, it was scary. Like, he was like foaming out of the mouth. He was ready to go. And Michel Pereira is somebody who I really wanted to fade coming into the UFC. Just watching tape on him, someone that would mess around, do flips, do crazy stuff in the cage. And he went out there and knocked out Danny Robertson the first round. I thought maybe this guy's the real deal. Went out there against Tristan Connolly, gassed out in the second round after doing backflips and that crazy walkout with, cartwheels and break dancing. And it's just hard to trust this guy. This is an absolute crapshoot here. I don't know who's going to win. I feel like I want a lot on DraftKings. I feel like someone's get finished. I'm going to slightly lean Khaos Williams. But man, I do not have a good read on this fight at all. I don't want to put my money on it with a bet. If anything, maybe to respect each other's power. And like I said, Williams has never been knocked out. Pereira's been knocked out, I believe, once in his career. So I'm going to slightly lean Khaos Williams to keep it going. And it should be a fun fight. It could possibly be fight of the night, honestly.
Yeah, this one right here, before I dig into it, appreciate each and every one of y'all that's rocking with us. We got a chat full of people right now. Y'all are active. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. We also got MMA Parlay King in the building. If you haven't checked his content out, check him out. He's going to be rocking on the panel with us Friday. Me, Jeff Slaughterhouse, and Preston. We're going to be going over the card. Big Brain is taking a little vacay, and he's going to be in Miami. So this week we're going to have Parlay King come in, sit in the panel, give his picks, plays, and all that stuff. So, yeah, no, Parlay King, you're the man, brother. And appreciate you for rocking with us. Also, check him out on YouTube, man. MMA Parlay King. That's MMA Parlay King. Shout out to you, brother. Also, shout out to Millie Mills in the building. We got we got Boston Nick MMA in the building. Shout out to you. We got Alex Ramirez, Dustin Nolta. We got RSP, Razor Sharp Picks coming off them ponies. Shout out to you, RSP, Danny Sejo. We got the boys. We got the club in the building over there. We got Gerardo. We got Chris. We got Billy Brisbane. We got Aldo, GTM, LeBrier. We got the boys out here. So we appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Gunther. Hey, I love that name, Gunther Buck, bro. I wish my name was Gunther Buck.
I like it.
That is a sweet name, bro.
Yep.
I mean, you ain't getting your ass whooped if your name's Gunther Buck, bro.
No.
It ain't going down. Nick West, Deer Slayer Ski. So shout out to you, boys. Next up on the fight card, also, boys, hit that like button if you could. Hit that like, that subscribe button if you're not subscribed, and hit that share link. We got the co-main event, boys. We got Jose Aldo coming in facing Marlon Chito Vera. Marlon Chito Vera's coming in, the slight dog, +105. You can get Jose Aldo right now on mybookie.ag at -135. The over-under is set at 2.5. The over is -210. The under 2.5 is +170. What you think about it?
Oh, we got a donor there.
Woo! We got Vince 1979 Gator, the #1 Gator fan in the building. Shout out to you, brother. Just showing my DOGs some love. Appreciate you, Vince. You're the man. VG in the building. $10 dono. If you want to be like VG, you can hit that super chat down there. When you type something to the left or right, you'll see a $sign. Hit that, $1 to whatever. It all goes back to PSR. It's much, much appreciated. So shout out to you, VG. Appreciate the love, good brother. So let's see here. Oh, we got Parlay King. Thanks for the shout out, Big Mo. Can't wait to link up. Appreciate you, brother. So yeah, no. Co-main event. What you think about it, Brain?
Yeah, so I'm actually going to probably, not have much on this fight, if not just fade this fight on DraftKings. Jose Aldo 8,600, Marlon Vera is going to be 7,600. So I don't think that Aldo's going to be able to finish Vera here. Vera, you can say what you want about him, but the dude is very, very tough. He hasn't been finished in 25 fights. I know he went out there and just finished Sean O'Malley, so there's a lot of hype on him right now. A lot of people are on Vera this week, but we've got to kind of look at the competition, like who they've been facing. Vera coming from, guys like Sean O'Malley all the way up to Jose Aldo. This is a big step up in competition. Jose Aldo, one of the GOATs in the game, has been fighting like really good competition the past couple, all his life. So I don't know. I'm going to slightly lean Jose Aldo. I don't really see a path to victory for Vera unless he like outstrikes him for 3 rounds. And I kind of see that hard to do. He's not going to take down Aldo. Aldo has like a 90% takedown defense, which is fantastic. And it's probably going to stay on the feet for 15 minutes. And I think Aldo's just going to outstrike him in probably a very boring, maybe low output fight that I don't see scoring well on DraftKings. So going to take Jose Aldo at 8,600. Don't really like it on DraftKings, but I'm going to pick him to win.
Nice. We're on the same page on that one. Before I dig into that, we got Martial Arts Fan says, Stephen Shaw, boxer, looks nice, minus 650, good for a 2-leg last leg. So if you're looking for something to wrap up a parlay, he says, check out Stephen Shaw. I'm right there along with you. I think this will go to decision. I think Jose will win 2 rounds. So I think it'll be a 2-1. If this was 5 rounds, I'd be a little bit more timid that maybe he slows down 4th, 5th, maybe Cheeto finishes him, something like that. But with 3 rounds, I'm going to go with the experience. Cheeto, like you said, his competition level is not up to Jose. Jose works the body good now. He switches his strikes up. He still has his kicks. Maybe he brings his kicks out. So I think that he can do enough to secure 2 rounds. So right now the lean is Aldo.
Yeah, I think we forgot the Rick Glenn fight.
Oh snap! We can't forget that banger, boys.
I mean, we can forget it if you want.
No, we can't forget that banger.
You're right.
So before we dig into Brady, we did this on purpose. Why are you playing? So really, what we did was the real co-main event. What we think it should be. We got Rick Glenn coming in facing Carlton minus. So let's check these odds on this because I'm sure it's right there, right by the top. You know what I'm saying? It should be right there by the top. But let's check it. Rick Glenn's coming in, the heavy favorite, minus 330 on mybookie.ag. Facing minus coming in. The comeback on minus is plus 255. The over-under set at 2.5. The over is minus 225. The under 2.5 is plus 185. What you think about it, Brain?
I'm going to take Glenn here, and there are some things we need to talk about, like the layoff of Rick Glenn. He's coming off of an injury, and that's kind of concerning. I think if he was not coming off an injury or a layoff, I think it'd be like minus 500. Carlton minus is just not UFC caliber coming off that Alaska fight scene, and just watching tape on him, it's not great. He came into his UFC debut against Simelsberger. Simelsberger was able to outstrike him by a ton, almost finish him, took him down a couple of times. Rick Glenn doesn't have the best takedown accuracy in the world, but if he wants to, I think he can take down minus. I think he can grind him out, win a pretty clear decision, probably even finish minus as well. The only problem is Glenn is like 9,500 on DraftKings, so probably won't have much on this fight. Minus is 6,700. I don't like that as well, so probably going to pass on the fight as a whole. The sad thing is I did have a parlay with Rick Glenn and Belal Muhammad, which that sucks because now it is a straight bet on Rick Glenn. So a little upset about that, but Glenn should be able to get it done here, whether it is a decision or even a finish.
Mr. Pat and Nick are both coming in with nice, good fact bombs. Fade Alaskan fighters. Minus is from the Alaskan scene. He does not look good. Not anything else to say about it. The pick is Rick Glenn. We got 86 people in here. Before we get to this main event, want to thank y'all for rocking with us. Make sure you hit that like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. And you catch me and Brady right here every single Tuesday breaking down some type of MMA because that's how we do it. The main event, boys. We got Stephen Wonderboy Thompson facing the up-and-coming prospect, Mr. Geoff Neal. This one right here. I know what side I'm on. Let's see what side the brain is on. Pretty much even on mybookie.ag. We got Thompson coming in -110. Neal's coming in the slight favorite -120. The over-under set at 4.5. The over 4.5 is +110. The under 4.5 is -140. So the bookies saying that this fight's going to end. What you think about it, Brain?
Yeah, I'm gonna go on the Geoff Neal side here, and I like this guy a lot. Like watching tape on him, I know he hasn't fought the best competition in the world, but he throws a ton of volume. He puts together these really nice combinations. He backs opponents against the cage, and I think the smaller cage is definitely going to favor Neal in this because he's going to have to close distance. We all know what Thompson's going to want to do: use that karate style to stay on the outside, use his kicks. And I'm gonna go with Neal here just to use more volume, get on the inside, maybe hurt Thompson. And Neal averages a knockdown per fight in the UFC so far. And Thompson's been knocked down like 4 times in the UFC. He was knocked out by Anthony Pettis as well with that Superman punch. And he was knocked down twice by Tyron Woodley in both their fights. So, yeah, I'm going to take Neal here. I'm going to say, I don't know if he's going to finish him. I'm going to say he's going to finish. I'm going to say Neal's going to finish Thompson here. And Neal is 8,400 on DraftKings. I like that a lot. I think there's going to be a ton of volume on each side here. But Thompson at 7,800 is not a bad play as well. If he's able to stick to the outside, keep Neal off of him. I do think that, the 5 rounds does favor Thompson. But honestly, I can see Neal getting it done within the first couple. So give me Neal here to get it done and knock out Stephen Thompson.
I like it. We're on the same page. I just think youth is going to prevail here. You know what I'm saying? I think that Wonder Boy is going to try to stay away. I think Neal's going to do a good job cutting off the cage. Smaller cage, not as much room for Wonder Boy to maneuver around. I think that we're going to start seeing the decline of Wonder Boy, just like in my opinion, and this is just my opinion only. If you don't agree with it, then that's you. But me personally, I think that's why I chose Oliveira going into the Ferg fight, was because I was kind of banking on Ferg declining. You know what I'm saying? I think that we're going to start seeing the big decline of Wonder Boy. He's getting older. He's got gray in his hair. What his game consists of is that fast twitch, is being on his toes, is countering, fast twitch muscle, being able to, fucking dip off, fucking slip off, pop, ankle off, pop, and not get hit the whole time with his hands down. You know what I mean? Like Wonder Boy don't fight like this. Like Wonder Boy fights looking to slip punches, and I don't think that he's going to be able to slip all the punches that Neal brings, and I think Neal's going to finally end up catching them and finishing them. So right now at that price, I might go ahead and lock Neal in because I don't know about you. Do you think some money's going to come in on Neal?
Yeah, I think it will. Neal's like an underdog a couple days ago, like a slight underdog. So
yeah, see, Millie got Neal at +125, so he was on it.
Yeah, that's a good line. Really good line.
There you go. Nice hit, Millie. So yeah, no, I'm right there with you on Neal. We're right there on the main event. So fairly confident too. I just don't see being now another prime example. If this was, let's say the roles were switched. Let's say it was Cheeto and Jose in the main event, might be picking Cheeto. If this was the co-main and it was 3 rounds, I might be picking Wonder Boy. You know what I mean? Because he might be able to evade for just long enough. But with Neal, I think he'll ultimately catch him. So the pick for me is Neal. So as far as DraftKings wise, we haven't really done this. So we'll start trying to throw this in there. DraftKings wise, your looks, cash games. Let's talk cash games. What's your go-to in a cash game? Let's say 1 or 2 people you will plug into a cash game scenario, DraftKings edition.
Well, I'll tell you what, it would have been Belal Muhammad, but that's not going to happen anymore. Actually might take the shot on it in Chukwi at 9,400, I think is a safe play. There's not many safe plays on this card because all the lines are like really close. So in Chukwi and Neal for cash. I like those 2.
Very nice. GPP tournaments. What about tourneys?
As a nice underdog, I like Marcin Tybura there. I like the Gillian Robertson play. Let's see. Arroyo at 8,900, I think is fine. And the Jimmy Flick and Cody Durden fight, I feel like is going to be very, very important.
Very nice. Shout out to you too, Pat Timber. I hope all is well your way, and hope you and your family are staying healthy and safe, brother. So yeah, that's your DraftKings looks. What about punt plays? Like, let's say what's a play on the card that you're like, I might throw them out there.
Dude, there's so many punt plays because these salaries are crazy.
Hey, just give me one, Brady. Just give me one.
It's hard to give you just one. Okay,
two. Okay, two.
Okay, I'll give you Rob Font at 7,200. I think has a lot of upside, and then you're not gonna like this one, but Alex Morono at 7,000.
I'll take Brady. I'm playing. Hey, bro, it's probably gonna throw. It's probably gonna blow up in my face now. That's how it goes. Because like I looked at the card originally and I was rolling through, and I was like, "Oh, Pettis got that." So when it's normally like that, and then it's gonna bite me in the ass. So
I hope you should get it.
But hey, we're not against each other. We're against the bookies.
Exactly.
So we will end on that. We don't play one-on-one in this betting game. We play against the bookies. We want to bust the bookies' head. Speaking of bookies, that's mybookie.ag. If you don't have a book, go use Pub Sports. Get you a little sign-on bonus. Brady, before we leave, why don't you let people know what you got going and where they can find you, brother?
Yep, you can find me on Twitter, DFS_numbers, Instagram, DFS by the numbers, and on YouTube at DFS by the numbers. I'm going to be recording my full card breakdown predictions tonight. It's going to suck. The card is so long. And my DraftKings video tonight, and I'll have all that posted early in the morning. And then I'm heading to Miami, so looking forward to it.
Ooh, going to Miami. So are you hyped about that? I mean,
oh yeah, big time. I need a vacation.
What time do the fights start and stuff?
I think the fights start at 7 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday or 6, something like that.
Nice. And you're gonna be doing some video. You're gonna be doing any videos or anything for your channel or anything?
I might be going behind the scenes and stuff. I think I might look into something.
I know. Hey, it's pretty dope, bro. It's pretty dope.
It should be fun.
Trying to check something real quick. Of course, I'm trying to be in a hurry and it's not going. But yeah, no. So that's that, and we're gonna try to end out on the Cardone song. We're going to see how well that works. I don't know how well it's going to work because I don't have it on. Yeah, dude, I have it right here. I just don't know how loud it's going to be. So we'll go out on that. And for Brady, this is your boy Mo. You can find me at MoScreenFightP1 on Twitter. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us. You can find me here about 7 streams a week. So if you enjoy, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that bell notification. Hit that like button. Hit that share link. Let people know where you can find us. So all this is powered by Pub Sports Radio, baby. And this right here is Cardone and Higgins. That's right, Cardone and Higgins. We are out. Until next time, enjoy. Peace.
In search of beacons where to go, you need a charter plan. Well, I know Pub Sports Radio can put you on it, fam. So listen now, them bookies want to take you off a man. The chips are down, they talking money, so we talking hands, talking hands, talking hands, talking hands. Mystically predicting, we stay moving and sticking. A soda and a biscuit with a 3-piece of chicken. You out there getting the whole meal. This is Sports with Pub. Sit down, take notes, join the chat and discuss. We'll be talking some hands, throwing bows and kicking feet, popping jabs like El Kukui, smashing lines like Khabib. We might be betting the champ or taking stabs on the bump. We only got 2 rules: make money, have fun. It's the night before the fight, and we just try and get it right. It's the night before the fight, and we just try and get it right. It's the night before the fight, and we just try and get it right. Finding some strokes, and then we calling our shots. In search of beacons where to go, you need a charter plan. Well, I know Pub Sports Radio can put you on it, fam. So listen now, them bookies want to take you off a man. The chips are down, they talking money, so we talking hands, talking hands, talking hands, talking hands. You rolling talk with your your hands, say it to my face. You wanna talk with your hands, say it to my face. You wanna talk with your hands, say it to my face. Say it to my face. Say it to my face.